Hey, what's up? This is Ben with WODprep, and in this video, we are gonna help you get your best score on CrossFit Games Open Workout 17.5. So this is the final workout of the 2017 CrossFit Open, and I just wanna say, I am not associated with CrossFit HQ in any way, shape, or form, so please know that these are my opinions, not CrossFit HQ's, and make sure you know the exact standards, especially the new rule this year that you can't do anything fancy with your rope. Make sure you go to wodprep.com/open if you want the complete strategy guide with some mental prep, the complete warm up, and some extra little strategies that I come up with after I actually attempt the workout. Also, if you are struggling with double unders, go to wodprep.com/du to get a free double under training course. And then after the open, I'll follow up with some even more content to help you improve your double unders. So let's get right into it and talk about expectations and strategy for this workout. Number one, you are not a daughter. So when I say that, you are not a CrossFit Games athlete. So if you happen to watch the announcement of 17.5 and you saw those two girls go head to head and totally crush this workout, please don't go into this workout expecting to do the exact same thing. What I would like for you to do for 95% of the athletes hitting this workout is you need to start steady and finish strong. So although it might seem short, some people are gonna potentially approach the 8-minute mark on this workout. It is not a sprint for the majority of the world. It's actually a lesson in pacing. So I actually recommend doing something similar to an EMOM. Each round, nothing changes. It's better to stay consistent and then finish quicker at the end instead of starting off really fast and falling apart. So what I'd recommend, depending on your ability levels, depending on your target score for this workout, is do something similar to an EMOM. So if you're trying to get sub 10 minutes, that's gonna be a tough score. If you're trying to get sub 10 minutes, then I would do every single round, almost every minute on the minute. It's totally up to you if you wanna just keep rolling into the next minute and see if you can get ahead, or you can be more strategic and do an entire round, rest for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then do another one. It's totally up to you. Both strategies will work. A more realistic situation for most people is maybe doing one round every minute and 15 to a minute and 30 seconds. So what that means is about every 90 seconds, my goal is to be complete with the round and moving on to the next one. That'll give you a solid baseline to start, and then you can finish really strong. I tested this out and it took me about 45 seconds per round, but that was by moving pretty quickly. So depending on your abilities with the double unders, with the thrusters, you have to be very, very conscious of keeping your pacing pretty similar throughout the entire workout. And then once you get to round 8, that's when you open it up and finish strong with 8, 9, and 10. Another thing to keep in mind is that tripping on the rope will not ruin you, only your attitude will ruin you. So if I trip on the jump rope, I can very easily get right back into it, no harm, no foul. But if you trip on the jump rope and you throw the rope down, or you get really flustered and you try to rush back into your next set really quickly, what happens is you'll actually deteriorate even faster. So remember, if you trip up, take a breath, recenter your thinking, and then get right back into it. The last thing we need to talk about are your shoulders. This is a very shoulder intensive workout, which is why we need to talk about the thrusters. When it comes to the thrusters, I really want you to focus on using your legs. The more you can use your legs, the less fatigued your shoulders will get, which will make the double unders easier. Also, it's very important to control the bar. If after each set you drop the bar and it rolls around or it rolls over top of your jump rope, all you're doing is adding precious seconds to your transitions times, and that's not what you want. So instead, make sure when you're finished, place the bar down on the ground and don't let it bounce all over the place. Along the same lines, I want you to control your heart rate and control your breathing. So thrusters can be done really, really fast, or they can be done slow and controlled. I'm recommending for the majority of the population, slow and controlled is much, much better because you're gonna be able to breathe throughout the movement. So I have a video about this on YouTube, on Facebook, it's everywhere. But I highly recommend breathing in and out at the top of every single rep. So literally allowing yourself to control your breathing, especially if you have the shoulder mobility to lock out that rep pretty easily. At the top, just take a slight pause and right back down. So the breathing will help keep your heart rate and your body under control as you try to speed through this workout. If you try to go too fast and you're ripping the bar down and springing it up and you are super, super tight and tense, then your heart rate's gonna spike, you're gonna hyperventilate, and ultimately you will get burned out and start tripping on the jump rope. Another thing to think about with the thrusters is that first rep. So you can do a speed clean. Basically, that's where you stand the bar up a little bit and you squat directly under it and go straight into your first rep. Based on what I saw in the announcement, that was a legal standard because at least one of the athletes did that. You can also do a traditional squat clean where I stand all the way up and then catch it and squat into my first rep. Or you can do a power clean, reposition your feet, and then go into your thrusters. All three of those are perfectly fine. Just know that you're gonna be doing that at least 10 times. If you go unbroken, you'll be doing it 10 times. So every single rep, if you can do it a little bit quicker, especially that first rep, and get right into the groove and start accumulating reps quicker, doing the squat clean for the first rep, or even doing that little half squat thing if you're strong enough, is a great way to shave a few seconds off your time. But I will say, if that causes you to fail, then it's totally not worth it. So it's all dependent on how strong you are in your cleans and your thrusters. Now let's talk about double unders. This is the killer part of the workout for a lot of people because double unders are a skill and not everyone has them. So you need to know your ability levels. What I mean by that is you need to keep the ropes spinning. So if you're not good at hitting big sets of unbroken double unders, but you are good at going single under, double, single, double, single, double, then that actually might be the best option to accumulate reps and not get frustrated tripping all over the place. The same thing goes where if you don't have any unbroken attempts and even doing single double is too hard, then you can do several singles. Obviously the singles don't count for reps. You can do several singles as a warm-up and then jump really high and do one double under and try to keep the rope spinning. So single, 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 double, single, 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 double. You'd be at 2 reps, but that's a heck of a lot better than trying to rush your way through everything and just fail, 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 fail. So know your limits, know your abilities, and especially if you're trying to accumulate double unders for the first time in a workout, maybe this is your first time learning double unders, make sure you go to WODprep.com/DU and I'll send you more in-depth info about how to learn double unders. For those of you who are going to be hitting sets of unbroken double unders here, one thing to note is you must stay controlled. It is a lot of reps. You need to keep breathing. You need to keep your shoulders relaxed. If you start tensing up and you stop breathing, then these will get super, super tiring. And then combined with the thrusters, you're going to have a really rough time for the last few rounds. So remember, as you're jumping, stay focused, keep breathing, don't count your reps. Allow your judge to do that for you. And if you can stay calm and relaxed and just focus on hitting your reps, you're gonna end up with a much better score. Another thing to think about is what are your arms doing? Make sure you're not flailing your arms around like a crazy person. Try to keep them relaxed and focus on using nothing but your wrist. So instead of death gripping the rope and swinging your arms around like this, relax your grip, let your shoulders rest, and focus on just flicking your wrist to get the rope to spin. Another really important point is don't jump on a crack. So when you're doing double unders, the rope should be clicking the ground every single time. If you're jumping right on top of a seam or a crack or a bump on the floor, you would not believe how much that leads to trips. I've seen it so many times where athletes will choose a gap about this big and they'll jump over top of that for their double unders for whatever reason, and they can't figure out why they're tripping. Don't jump on a surface that's going to lead to tripping. Jump on a smooth mat. You can see here in a lot of these video demonstrations, I'm jumping on a mat that is one solid object. It's flat, it's smooth, there's nothing for my rope to trip on. And last but not least, please tie your shoes. I'm saying this with a lot of enthusiasm because Every single year, I judge an athlete whose shoe comes untied in the middle of a double under workout. For all that is good in the world, tie your shoes and double knot them. I am talking to every human being watching this video. It is a totally unnecessary thing to have fall apart in the middle of your workout. Tie your shoes, double knot them so that nothing goes wrong and you can focus on training and not tying your shoes in the middle of the WOD. And one more reminder about the double unders. Please, if you start tripping up, don't lose your composure. I've seen people get really mad. They've thrown their rope across the gym. They've started yelling at other people. There's just no reason for it. Focus on you. If you trip up, take a breath and get right back into it. What matters is your reaction to the trip ups. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the negative emotions and the negative self-talk. Stay positive, keep spinning, have some fun, and finish this open strong. So again, I hope you like this video. If you want the complete strategy guide with some more mental pointers like that to go along with this workout, make sure you go to WODprep.com/open and I'm gonna email you the complete 17.5 strategy guide. Also, if you're trying to learn double unders for the first time, make sure you also go to WODprep.com/du and we're gonna work together to help you learn double unders, especially after this craziness of the open is done. I'm gonna help you learn double unders. And oh yeah, click here to subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that we have coming out after the open. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you thought these tips were total garbage, it's okay. And leave a comment below. Here's the question of the day. What was your favorite workout of the 2017 Open? What was your favorite workout out of all 5 of them? Pick one. And then also, what do you want my next video to be about? I'm really excited to release more videos here on YouTube and on Facebook for you. If you have a specific request, leave it in the comments and I'll make it happen. Thanks so much for watching and thank you for making this an amazing 2017 Open. Peace.